Hi, welcome to 2020 Tasty Treats, and we're doing the house sampler blocks. So 2020 is looking like a good year. We've got the blocks, there's a diagram here of the blocks that we're doing. There's 20 different blocks and they're all a little bit different, and they're all going to end up in a house type form. We're making just the block with the frame or the walls at the moment, so we've already made quite a few. We're up to block 12 this time, so we're getting along really well with our blocks. If you've registered on GourmetQuilter.com to receive the pattern, you'll have a pattern that looks a lot like this, and it's going to tell you all the cutting sizes and the written instructions as well of how to make the blocks. So I've gone ahead and cut all mine out, and I'm ready to start sewing. So what we're doing this time is some half square triangles again, and we're adding in another colour this time, so that's kind of fun to do that. So I've gone ahead and drawn the lines on the back of my squares. I needed to draw them on the back of 4 of these light blue ones and 4 of the background light grey as well. So I've drawn my diagonal line, and then I've just drawn another line half an inch away so that I can make use of those other little bits at another time. So we now need to pair them up and do the sewing. So we've done 4 of these background squares ready to do the diagonal sewing on, so we can get those ready to go through. And we also need to do 4 that are using this one with the diagonal markings on, going with this other extra colour that we've got in the mix here this time. So the colours go together and the background goes with that light blue. So I'm going to go ahead and start sewing those. We can again, if you're a chain piecer, you can chain piece them through and then come back a second time and do that second line of stitching if you're doing that. And it's just kind of happening on this block here. It's a nice block with the extra colour thrown in like that. So I'll go ahead and get all these ready and show you the results when I get there. So I've gone ahead and made my half square triangles. I've trimmed them all, I've pressed them all, I've set aside my offcuts for later usage, and now I just need to lay my block out. So I've pressed all the seams towards the darker colour at this stage. So I'm going to lay out the block. So we've got these ones in the corners with the background colour sitting out to the corner, and then in between we've got these ones here. So what we're after is these little points spinning around, and there's a background colour in the centre. So these ones should be going in the same direction, but so that the colour's next to the centre each time. And these ones also go in that same sort of on that same angle there, so that you get that sort of spinning star effect. And so they're now ready in my little 9-patch format again to sew together into the 3 rows, and then we can pop the little frames on as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do those and join up my 3 rows, and then join the 3 rows together into the block. So I've finished sewing the squares into rows and sewing the 3 little rows together to make up the block, and now I'm just pressing it, just encouraging these seams. There's a lot of corners in this block, so just take your time and encourage those seams to press out, to press nicely. I pressed them all in one direction this time. So I think that's sitting pretty well. And now I've just got to put the framework around so that I've got the walls for my houses done. So I've got these pieces all ready to go here to put the sides on first, and the top and the bottom. So I'll go ahead and do those and show you the block when it's all finished.
Now.
Okay. So just sewing the last side of my walls onto my block. And I'll bring the iron over and press those the seams into the walls, into the framework. These blocks are coming up well. And so that's it for block 12, looking a whole lot like the other block that I had up there. And so we've done really well. So we've got to block 12 already. We've got more to come. So thank you. We'll see you again for Tasty Treats House Sampler Blocks number 13.